All right. There we are. I'm getting a little warm-up rack from James here.
Can you hear me, Ron?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, when you came in last time, I was talking and I couldn't hear anything, so I just jumped back out and back in again.
All right, I think we're good. I always like to watch these guys do their warm-up racks and just fire some stuff in.
What was the score in James' match that he lost? I didn't even see.
Against Shane?
Yeah.
I believe it was 7-3.
7-3.
Yep.
So now these guys are playing for 5th, 6th, is that right?
Let's see.
5th, 6th, yep.
Yep.
And we got Corey Duell and Rob Sayas. That's going to be a good match. Wow, 742 versus 777. And then whoever wins this match will be going up against them. Now, I've really grown to like Chris since I've been watching him stream here, but I'm going to tell you straight up, James DAVEE's a local guy that I play with an awful lot, and I really like him a lot. So I'm hoping he pulls through here. But obviously, we'll give an honest accounting of what we see.
Yep. I mean, I just always hope for a close match and hope for everyone to play well. And
right. Yeah, you want to see a guy win because he played good, not because the other guy played bad.
Yeah. I don't like to see people just get a bunch of horrible rolls and stuff like that. Oh.
I don't know if you knew the guy at all, but John Horsfall used to be a pro, and he's from BC, and he played on the pro circuit in the 90s. And he always told me, he said, look, he goes, everyone gets luck. He said, I just want it to be the same amount. That's all. If it evens out, I don't care. I don't want to see a guy get, 10 rolls in a row on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is scheduled for when? Is it scheduled for a 3:30 match?
It is already live on the bracket, so
yeah, it's ready to go.
Yeah, I think they're just going back to back to back now. They're just whatever time it starts is, yeah, it looks like it started at 3:25. So
this tournament's going to be over fairly early. I mean, if you give 35 minutes a match right now, there's only 5 or 6 matches really left in succession now. Mm-hmm. This thing's going to be over in probably 3 hours, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I think Zach was saying he was gonna offer to commentate at 7. Okay, Zach, we'll give you all the matches. No, there's this match, and then there'll be the next. So 1, 2, 3. There's 4 matches. 5 if they are they playing 2 on the A side? Does the B side winner have to win twice?
Yes, it's true. Well, according to the bracket, it is.
It's a true.
Yeah.
So 5 matches max. So we're going to be out of here in less than 3 hours, probably. Which I'm sure some of the guys appreciate. They get to travel a little bit and get a chance to get home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the tournament is what it is. It might as well not take forever.
Trying to see who I know out there.
I've never once been to a tournament and then at the end of it gone, that went a little too fast. I don't remember ever having that thought.
Well, who's Patrick? Oh, he's zooming in on the Don Weir trophy.
The payouts there real quick if you want to take a peek. There's the trophy.
Nice. So what's the story behind the wine bottles? Does anyone have any backstory on that?
Not that I've heard.
Oh, there's the payouts. Oh, I see them now. Oh, yeah, $11,000. Plus a side pot. That's a pretty good payday.
Yep. So everybody's in the side pot now.
And John Mora obviously beat Tony Chohan there. So
All right.
I tell you, I've had a really enjoyable time watching Tony play too. He's so smooth, and just a real pleasure to watch. I've never really seen him play before. I know he's much bigger in one pocket than he is in nine ball. I'd love to sit down and watch him shoot some one pocket sometime. He's a real smooth cat.
Oh yeah, I've watched a ton of Tony Chohan one pocket, and it's just incredible. Some of the best shots I've ever seen are him playing one pocket. You go on, and if you haven't checked out just Tony Chohan one pocket highlights, there's a video that POV Pool put out that is unreal.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't play an awful lot of one pocket in Canada. So I know there's a couple of guys around here that like to play it. I'm sure not the same kind of level that most Americans play it, but it's just not a game that I'm super familiar with. It's just um, just I think I'd enjoy playing it, but without the tables and the people around here that are any good at it to do it with, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, it takes a long, at least for me, it took quite a while for it to become really enjoyable. It's just so often that, especially when you're playing in the beginning, you just constantly feel like you're taking the wrong shot.
Right.
And every table just looks like this exhausting puzzle. And until you start to see shots, it can be a pretty painful game, especially if you're playing someone who knows how to play and you're just constantly taking difficult shots that you don't know what you're doing. And
Right.
it can be kind of defeating. And same with watching it. It can get real boring if you just have no idea what they're about to do.
What they're trying to do. That's right. And how hard it is to do what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but of course, there's some amazing AccuStats videos out there with great commentary that are explaining situations. And once you start to understand it it's probably my favorite game to watch now at this point.
Yeah, it's the true chess of pool, compared to nine ball being checkers, let's say.
Yeah, you're like a junkie. It's like after a while, just nine ball doesn't give you the fix anymore. You end up watching straight pool and one pocket and banks and all these kind of weirder games that I get satisfaction now from watching two guys tap a ball 5 times in a row. 10 years ago I would have been bored out of my mind.
Right. Yeah, I was lucky. I had John Schmidt actually stayed at my place here in Canada for a few months, about 5 or 6 years ago, and he was the one who kind of introduced me to one pocket and showed me a few things. We didn't play an awful lot. I was mostly me just racking for him, playing straight pool most of the time. But we did play one pocket a little bit, and he kind of gave me a little rundown on how it all works and certain shots and things like that. So they're still in my memory banks for when I do need it at some point, when I do decide to give the game a try.
Yeah, first guy I ever took lessons from that kind of introduced me to pool, at a true like competitive level. Used to play with John Schmidt, and he had some really good stories. Ran 115 out on him twice in a row one time, he said.
Oh, wow. These guys don't have the speed of the table down just yet. Both of them fell quite a bit short. All right, here we go. Chris REINHOLD, James DAVEE. This is going to be a great match. Pretty, James is a bar table specialist, I would call him. So I think the matchup here is going to be pretty even.
Oh yeah, tough to pick a winner on this one. And James has got kind of the home court advantage too.
And he's tall. He just sees the table in a different aspect than most of us do. I bet he sees the runouts kind of like a commentator does. You know what I mean? Where he can see everything and what they're going to do. So I think that's probably what gives him his advantage.
Yeah, he's got the built-in overhead camera, so that's nice.
Right. And he's a great shot, by the way. That too.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so if it goes hill, Chris will have the final break. He's got two options here. He could play the easy combo and have the one drift up to the corner pocket towards the corner pocket, or he can just play the one up to the corner pocket right now. Oh, he balled it. His last couple of matches, he started slow, and he got away with the last one, but the one that he lost to Tony, he started off a little bit slow as well. He was missing a few balls.
Yep. Same thing in the Steve match, last one.
It's a little bit of a tricky little shot for James. I think he's just going to do a soft little draw here and try to kind of sit by the side pocket horn, unless he's going to really give it. Yep, there you go. It's funny when he takes those big practice swings, it looks like he's gearing up to do something vicious, and then, oop, little dinky shot.
Yep. Stands way up on the cue too, which is always kind of interesting. It always seems so hard to me to not be down on the ball, you know?
Yeah, I guess just the height thing. He'd probably have a pretty sore back if he was trying to get down on every single shot.
Yeah, and I remember talking to him one time. I think didn't he have some kind of motorcycle accident at some point too, that
he was doing a wheelie. Yeah, he popped a wheelie for just showing off to his friends, and ended up scraping his whole leg and everything. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that had anything to do with oh, look at that.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help, that's for sure. I think it was his leg and his back, his side. I think he scraped up really well. Basically, he just did a wheelie and overdid it and ended up on the pavement. Well, pretty straightforward run out here. He doesn't have to do much. Oh, I'm curious on this 8-ball how he's going to play it. If he does a 1 rail and comes up this way, or if he plays it 2 rails and comes up this way. How about? Just curious for my own way of thinking.
I like going forward, but
I like going forward too. That's kind of why I'm.
Yeah, just like that. Just feels like you can control it better.
Yeah, I play 2 rails opposed to 1 rail with bottom, all the time, because I just feel like the bottom can just get away from you sometimes, whereas the top it seems like a more consistent kind of a shot.
Yeah, and at least for me when I'm playing, any kind of center ball trying to just come straight up and down, it's just, I don't know, it's easier to have a little, I don't know what to call it, kind of a kink in your stroke, where you kind of poke at it, or you're just kind of afraid to overhit it or underhit it and end up doing something weird.
Yeah, well, like I say, when you're playing the top spin, it's just kind of a natural. You don't really have to think about the speed too much. So James would like to have that one back. He had a little unforced error there.
Yep, he would like to break serve there for sure.
Well, let's see if he can fight back and get a break and run of his own right here. And that cue he's got there, is that still just a rush, or is it a new type of?
Well, as far as I know, it's just the BK Rush Sport grip.
It's just the color. It's a little different color.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've got the goldy, yellowy type ones now, and a whole bunch of different. But I don't think, I tell you what, that was probably the best investment for me that I ever made, was buying a BK Rush for myself. I made a mistake and I bought the one with the jump cue as well, and which is absolutely useless. It's just I would never use it to jump with. But the breaker itself is still unbelievable. Definitely worth every penny.
Yeah, I went with the Q-Tech break cue breach.
The breach, yeah, it seems like a lot of people go with that one too.
Yeah, I mean, I think, they're probably pretty similar. They're both in that same kind of range. And yeah, my gosh, the difference. The first time I broke with it, I feel like I had no choice after that. It was just such a huge difference. All I had was like a cheap Stinger break jump McDermott
right
for that. And so, I mean, it's just night and day, the hit,
Yeah, I just don't ever see myself replacing it. I can't imagine the technology getting any much better than that. Or if even if it did, it wouldn't make enough of a difference to me for sure.
Yeah, and I really like going back to a regular hard tip instead of a phenolic tip also. Just feel like I can control it so much better. Wow.
Oh, that was a good jump. Yeah, like I said, he likes to push out to jumps, and now we know why, because he makes them.
Yeah, and it's funny, you see guys do that, and the opponent gets so mentally kind of upside down. It's like you don't know what to do. You don't want to give them to him anymore, but it's still a jump shot. They can't make them all, so I feel like you can't win.
So the 7 is the only little trickiness, only because it really only goes into a couple of pockets. But I don't see him having too much trouble getting from the 6 to the 7. Ideally, I think he'd like to be just playing that 7 from like right around here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. No, he's going to go short side.
Well, does it go here? If it goes in this pocket here, then he's... Oh my goodness, I got pink.
Yeah, I think he's got to end up over here.
If it goes, then that's the... Oh, no. Where are you going, crazy man? You watch, he's perfect on this. That's funny.
Well, not how I would have got there, but...
No, but it worked.
Wow, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I know James doesn't do anything else other than play pool. Like this is what he does for a living. He plays in as many tournaments as he can and tries to get into as many side pots as he can, and just plays pool for a living. It'd be nice if you can do it. He always seems to have a little bit of money in his pocket, so I think he does fairly well with it.
Yeah, well, I've never seen him or Stan come down to Lincoln City and leave without money.
Right.
And especially, they also seem they're so serious about it. You don't see him. Well, maybe James will go and gamble a little bit or something, but you don't see him out there blowing a bunch of money and partying.
Drinking and no, Stan's drinking water, just living on the cheap, but also Stan lives a really healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
His girlfriend Nikki's starting to crush a lot of the under 550 tournaments right now. She's got a pretty good teacher.
Well, that's cool. Looking at the combo.
Yeah, he missed one of these earlier. Handled that one a lot better. Now it looks like a. Is he playing a combo in the 9? No. Is he? No. Okay, I didn't think it went from there, but
Yeah.
pretty tic-tac-toe here, and just get down a little bit for the 6, get a little straighter on the 6.
Yeah, not what James wants to see, that's for sure.
No. Check English. Coming back up the table. Great shot. He's got the speed control there.
Yeah.
Little draw shot here. And it's frustrating for James because he had a chance to go one up and then scratched in the side there, and now it's 3-0. And he really hasn't done anything wrong since that shot. It's just that's how it's gone. Chris has made a couple of great runouts, and now it's 3-0.
Yep. Far from over, though. There's been a lot of big swings in this tournament for sure.
I'm going to step out, come back in. I'm not happy with my pink color that they've given me. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, I got black now. Apparently, there's a link that we can actually change the color ourselves.
Well, you just need to find the code for the color. Like white is FFFF.
Right. From HTML code.
Yeah, and Patrick sent me a little extension that you just stick on the end of your link to change the color.
I see. So is that your color all the time? Are you always orange then?
No, I've just taken what I get, but I have the white on standby if I need to change it.
I see.
But
all right, let's see, James. He's gonna. Oh, okay, he's good. Looks like he's playing up for this combo on the 9-6-9 here.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, just a little drawback. Probably about near the third dot here. And he's giving it to him.
Wow.
I would never in my life would I give a combo to anyone. I've missed the easiest combos known to man.
And yeah, especially, I mean, you're talking the difference between 4-0 and 3-1.
Once someone starts giving you 9 balls, it almost makes you feel kind of obligated to do the same, I guess. But that's certainly not a ball I would normally give someone.
No, I mean, it must have been absolutely dead.
Just wired, yeah. There's no way you're missing that. Okay, let's see if Chris can. He's had Is he had 2 break-in runs in this match so far, or?
Chris?
Yeah.
Not
sure. It seems to me that he's had 2 break-in runs already here. Oh no, the first game he broke, and that's the one that James scratched in the side.
That's right.
This is a pretty tough little setup here. 2 ball doesn't look like it goes anywhere other than the bottom left corner here. It might go in. No, I don't think it goes up to the top right.
It might. I wouldn't be surprised. It can be deceiving.
He's played for it, so it does go.
Yeah.
Not by much, though. Oh, yeah, it does. I thought he was getting down to kind of check it out. Oh, no, it doesn't go.
No.
There you
Well,
go.
that's all right.
I think James would like to hit this half ball on this side. Cue ball comes over here, and 2 ball comes down to this side part of the table here. Possibly. I don't like the black drawing tool either. It's too black. I'm going to get my own color. Not bad. He's probably going to stick him behind this 5 ball, though.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to try and use the 2 to break stuff up a little bit down there.
Go into the 4 ball, possibly. Oh, well, he just made a mess.
Well,
is that 4 ball combo on? It might be.
Yeah, that looks close. I mean,
Whoa. James is usually pretty good at playing kicks here.
Yeah, they keep getting so close to the ball, we can't tell what kind of gap they have.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like he has to hit above the side. If he goes, oh, he's looking to go this. See, he's so tall, he can do this.
Yeah, I think he's trying to do something like this.
Re-railer.
And then try to come in behind it down in here like this.
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
That's a bummer. That's the worst thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, he got away with that. That was a little bit lazy on his part. I always said, if you ever want to hook me, just give me a ball in hand. Okay, just got to draw out of this, and there's really nothing to worry about here. Oh, interesting. It's funny that he took that. I just thought it was so easy just to lay up on that 5 ball just over here and just play it up into the corner. But I would like to have a conversation with someone one day, maybe about, like what made you make that choice, or what has to be in place for you to make that choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I really believe that, the right decisions just kind of become intuitive at that higher level. They might not even be able to articulate. It's just years of trial and error and just certain, trends that they lean towards.
Yeah, he just knows that if he goes this way, he's gonna miss 1 out of 100 shots less than if he goes the other way or something.
Right. It's like when they decide to play a safe and they cut off all these kicks. It's like, yeah, sometimes they're planning that, but I think a lot of the time their brain just sees that spot to get to, and it just, they've kind of trained themselves to see the right place to get.
Okay, James looking for a nice break here. Looks like the 1's going to open up. And 2 is good. And 3 is good. 4 to the 5. As long as he doesn't miss anything. The 4 to the 5, which isn't really a thing. Oh, he's hit that one a little soft.
Yeah. Just introduced a little couple extra factors here.
Yeah, I mean, these are just missable. You know, like if he's out 6 more inches, it's really super easy, but good stroke though. I mean, he just wants to almost get straight on the 4 and just draw back to roll up on the 5.
Yep. Doesn't want too much angle on the 5, so we can stay down there for the 6.
Yeah, if he was sitting right where he is right now, that would be the ideal. But he's got a little bit more angle here than I think he wanted.
Yeah, seems like he'll just kind of have to pinch it and stay down there. Take a little longer shot.
I mean, he could go 3 rails forward, but I don't think he's going to do that. Seems like he's aiming high. There you go. Dug it in. A little bit of check now. He should be fine.
Yeah.
Two rails back, I'm guessing, for the 8 on this long rail. He's should be out here. He's quite a quick player too. I've never really noticed that about him before, but he's quite quick. You see how even though he doesn't get all the way down, his cue is like perfectly level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have any jack upness at all there. His arm is all the way down.
Yeah, I mean there's top players that play like that, but I just never been able to do it.
I know sometimes when I'm down sighting a ball, if I'm having trouble picking it up, if I just raise my head a little bit, then I can see all of a sudden that sight line becomes a little more clear. So, you know, I'm guessing when he's standing up that tall that his sight lines are pretty good, you know, on those shots. It's just a question of whether or not you can stroke freely when you're in that position with your body, right?
Yeah, and for me it's just like it seems when I picture doing it, it seems hard to tell like how much bottom you're putting on the ball, you know, it's
right,
like down on it instead of underneath it kind of, so.
I like Chris's setup here actually. He's got a nice relaxed kind of traditional style body placement when he strokes the ball. It's something that I like to see in players that I try and give instruction to this is be like he's got a very nice alignment with his cue and his shoulder and his elbow. But you see all kinds, and everybody's a little different.
Yep.
But this looks very relaxed to me, the way he's standing and very well balanced. Being under hit this touch.
Yeah, going forward here.
See, now he's got to kind of dig in a little bit and play with a little bit of bottom right and miss the 8 maybe.
Yeah, boy, he's really jacked up there.
Yep. Miss the 8. You know, hit it. Doesn't matter. Well, it looks like another one's going to be in the books for Chris here. James has got to try to find something and dig deep. Chris isn't missing much. He missed like one of his first shots in the match, and I don't really think he's missed anything since. Good shooting.
5-2, James's break. He needs this one.
I wonder how the match is going with John Mora and Shane Van Boening.
Tied 2-2.
2-2. Nice.
And Hill right now, Corey Deuel and Rob Saez.
Wow. Oh, sorry, it's Tony Chohan and John Mora, not Shane Van Boening. Shane Van Boening's already through to the hot seat. The hot seat match. That is.
No, it is Shane and John Mora.
It is?
Yeah, it's the hot seat match.
Oh, my scoreboard is. I just refreshed it and it's not showing the right scores then.
Yep.
How come it's not on the digital pool site and it's showing Shane Van Boening in his own bracket and Tony and John at 0-0, so it's something wrong.
Yeah, it hasn't updated yet.
Okay, what's James got here? Looks like he can slide by. Oh. Okay.
Well, we're going to see a nice kick to get out of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
I just wonder about the speed that he does this, because there's no real escape for that 2-ball.
Yeah, it seems like it's got to be pretty slow. Oh.
I was thinking he was going to hit it slow, but I think he was always going to be in a bit of trouble there.
Hey, Food Hunter, this is the Don Weir Memorial. It is an invitational, it's not an open.
I need to do better at getting my stream on. What's he going to do here? Oh, great shot.
Oh, look at this. Didn't quite get up there, but still a messy rack here. I mean, he can get there for the 4. It's actually not too bad, really. Just this shot right here.
There's only 38 people watching this one. A little surprised.
Well, you got the Rob Saez and Corey Deuel. Hill has about 190 in it, and then
is that right?
over 200 for Shane and John Morris. So
there you go.
Once that Hill match is over, we'll see a little flood, I think.
Okay, well, not a lot of reward for making this shot. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be on the. Oh, just moved the 7-ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering if he can miss this 8, come in 2 rails, and get up to this, to that side of the 4. Because if he can get there on that 4, he can get out.
Yeah, he's got to dig in if he does, because he's really got to hit the rail, like, kind of like, if he wants any chance at that, he's going to have to hit the rail, like here, kind of thing. And even then, look at that. Look where it's headed.
It's not doing that.
Yeah. Okay, he's elected to kind of run into this and play a safety here. Got to be careful here and make sure that he doesn't try to get too cute, gets a rail and everything. He's going to try and get him behind the 7 now.
Yeah, all the way.
Oh, what? That surprised me. He's only got a half ball jump here for this 4. If he doesn't even have it, he's not hooked.
It's not going behind. Oh wow. Oh, he is.
Oh, he was hooked. Okay.
Nice kick.
I feel a little better now about what James did there. It seemed to me that he almost left him that shot. Okay, what do? Do you try and just come off the bottom rail with lots of right-hand English and try to kick the 4 up through here?
It's going to be tough because it looks like you're going to have to kind of kick the edge of the 4 to do that and send the cue ball out.
He's doing 2 rails.
2 rails. Or maybe 1.
Oh, he missed.
Probably a little frustrated. The second time he's missed the ball and broke the balls out for Chris. Not that they didn't go, but
just made it a little easier for him.
Yeah, looks like Corey took down that hill match.
He did. Wow.
Made a really nice jump shot on the 1 to get going. So
I wonder, did Shane and Corey travel together?
I can't imagine. From different states, different sponsors. Yeah, I think that once that match updates, because it is still sitting there, Tony Chohan and John Mora, I believe Tony's now going to play Corey.
Well, the cream is definitely rising to the top here, isn't it? You know, like all the people that are really expected to be in the last little bunch are there.
Yep. We'll have Tony and Corey, and then the winner of that will play the winner of this.
Okay, well, James wanted a bit of hope. This might be it. This is a tough shot. Well, no more hope left. Just smooth this in.
Yeah, don't scratch on the side.
Yep. I mean, your inclination there is to put a little bit of right-hand English on that shot, but you really just don't need it. That one there was just straight top, and he was able to just flow through that nicely.
Yeah, that is something that you have to get over, trying to get that cue ball over there on the rail and just be dead straight. It's like, you don't need to get all the way over there.
No, not at all. And then the only thing that you can do wrong is to play right-hand siding and scratch in the side. You know?
Yep. And you see people do it quite often.
Often. Yeah, very often. Yep. Tell me why on a ball that's over here, why it's any harder for you to make it when your cue ball's over here. It just makes no sense.
Right. It's almost like you're playing shape for the past you or something.
Right. Right? Yeah, you're right.
You're not upgrading your software or something.
Yeah, I find that as I become a better positional player, it's because I've upgraded myself shot wise, and I don't miss those sharper cuts and stuff like that. When I was learning pool, for sure, I was missing those shots quite often, and after I stopped kind of doing that was when I was able to really, let my creativity come out and start playing, better positional pool.
Yeah, and I mean, coming up playing pool, breaking on the hill here, Chris. Coming up playing pool, I watched a lot of professional pool, but I never really watched it in person. And when you go see it in person, those shots look so much harder, and you realize how often when they're leaving themselves perfect, the shot is even harder than it looks on TV.
Right.
And they're just so used to having
To deal with
more
that.
angle than you all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you realize that you get straight way too often when you really watch these guys.
What's he going to do here?
Looks like he's pointing like he's going to get the cue ball back there. 2 rails.
So he might be trying to stop on this 4-ball or I'm get a collision, but he missed it. He got his cue ball where he wanted, but he didn't get the collision on the 4 like he was hoping to get.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough one to take there for James when you're down 2-6.
All right. Well, I think he just plays this with some bottom left hand and gets the cue ball to come back in here. Sends the 2-ball somewhere up this way a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, just completely decelerated. Pushed it right through.
Oh boy. I think that's going to be it for Mr. James DAVEE in this tournament. He's played great, beat some excellent players.
Yep. He knocked Corey down here.
I don't see really any issue for Chris here.
Yeah, this match has kind of felt like it wasn't meant to be for James, unfortunately. He's going to make us sweat a little bit.
He's just going to float over here, and I think he's going to be fine. There you go. Yeah, well, I'm not giving it to you.
I like that. I think sometimes guys get a little frustrated and
there you go. Well, another excellent showing from James DAVEE. I'm sure he's a little disappointed with himself this match, but a big guy, you